Ilia Topuria has vacated the featherweight belt, and Dana White announced some very interesting fights. Before I get into that though, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe as I have brand new videos every single week. Dana White has announced that Ilia Topuria believes he's done everything he needs to do at featherweight and doesn't want to cut the weight anymore, which I think is a healthy choice to make. If you're struggling to make weight, don't do it anymore. I think it brings real longevity to your career. But to only have one defense isn't enough to say you've done everything you can in that division. But I will say he's beat two goats of his division with Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski. Is there anything else more impressive that he can do in this division? So what's next for Ilia? Nothing has been announced yet, but the obvious answer would be a fight with Islam Makhachev. But I'm not sure that's going to be happening, as why would Ilia throw away his chance at becoming a double champ rather than a two-division champion? It's also great marketing for the UFC as well and gives them a very marketable fighter. So who else could he fight? When you look at the rankings, there are only a few viable options. Dustin Poirier, Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira. Dustin already said that he is fighting a legend for his retirement fight, so I'd say Ilia is out of the conversation for that one. I actually think Dustin will be facing Max Holloway for the BMF belt, which makes a lot of sense as both guys have history together and it's a great fight for Dustin to leave the company on. So the only real option is Charles Oliveira or Arman Tsarukyan. If I had to pick though, I would say it would be Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria for the #1 contenders fight. It will be two big names going at it and show if Ilia can really stand with the big boys. Plus Dana White seems pissed off with Arman and I don't think he's getting a big fight anytime soon. So where does this leave the featherweight division? Alexander Volkanovski will be facing Diego Lopes at UFC 314 for the vacant belt. I don't think there is two fighters who are more deserving. Alex had an incredible dominant run as champion and should have really got an instant rematch anyway, and Diego Lopes had an incredible run last year and I'm excited to see him get his opportunity. But I think if Volk's chin has stayed intact and is in good health, he should beat Diego Lopes with ease. But Lopes has some cracking shots and Alex has suffered two back-to-back KO losses, so I wouldn't be too shocked if Lopes sleeps him, but God, I hope not. I don't know if I can handle watching Volk get knocked out again.
Oh no! Islam! Head kick for Volk. No, he's down. He's out. Oh, jeez.
Dana White has also announced some very interesting fights. Michael Chandler will be facing Paddy Pimblett in the co-main event at UFC 314. This is set to be 5 rounds. This is a massive opportunity and a massive name for Paddy Pimblett. If he can get the win here, he'll be inside the top 10 and could be just 1 or 2 fights away from a title shot. Very early predictions, I think Paddy is going to choke Michael Chandler out. I think Chandler has all the tools to beat Paddy, but he loves to entertain and put himself at risk. And if he gives Paddy the opportunity, Paddy is going to snap that neck up and make him tap. Dana also announced that Leon Edwards will now be facing Brendan Allen at UFC London. If Allen can get the win here, he moves right into title contention, but I think Leon is just too good for someone like Allen. He can do everything Allen can, but better. So I think it's fairly safe win for Leon, but you never really know. But why is Leon no longer facing JDM? Shavkat Rakhmonov is injured and unable to fight Belal Muhammad. So now at UFC 315, Belal Muhammad will be facing Della Maddalena. This is a giant opportunity for JDM, an opportunity that I'm not sure he would have got if it wasn't for the perfect circumstances, but it's great to see him getting this shot. But I don't think he really stands a chance. I know MMA maths doesn't always work out, but JDM was getting ragdolled by Gilbert Burns until he timed a perfect knee and flattened Gilbert. Belal isn't going to shoot from that far away. He isn't going to make it as obvious, and I think he's going to be able to get hold of JDM, take him down with ease, and hold him there for 5 rounds. But maybe, just maybe, JDM can time another perfect knee and get Belal out of there. Dana White announced another fight. He's spoiling us a lot here. Valentina Shevchenko will be facing Fiorot at UFC 315 in the co-main event. This should be a fun fight, and I'm hoping that Valentina can get the win, and this time's up perfect, because if she gets the win here, in a couple of months' time afterwards, we could see Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko, and we all know that's the fight that I'm dying to see. We've got some big cards coming up and some big opportunities for a lot of fighters, and I genuinely can't wait to see how all this plays out. Thank you everyone for watching. If you can like, comment and subscribe, it really does help the channel out.